Welcome to Kernel at the Buzzer, where we update you on all things sports at the University of Kentucky. I'm Brett Ramsey.
I'm Gebreyes.
And I'm Jack Tobin. In this week's episode, we'll be going over the men's basketball loss against Michigan State. The women's basketball team stays undefeated before a rivalry game against Louisville. Can Kentucky football become bowl eligible against Vandy this week? And the Kentucky volleyball team went undefeated in SEC play as many players got recognized for awards.
The opinions expressed on this podcast are the speaker's own and don't uphold the opinion expressed by the Kentucky Kernel.
The men's basketball team picked up its second loss of the season with an 83-66 loss to number 17 Michigan State in Madison Square Garden. What stood out in this game to you guys?
I was just really disappointed in the starting lineup. Pope ran the same starting five he did against Louisville. I just don't think those five clicked together, especially to start the game. I don't think having Mo Diabate, Otega Owe, and Garrison on the court at the same time really works. I think we need a guy like Cam Williams who could stretch the floor and open up the offense. And then this lineup is supposed to be great defensively. This is the second straight game against a good opponent where they've been really struggling, letting up 83 points to a Michigan State team who can't really shoot the ball. It just can't happen.
Yeah, something that's really stood out to me about Garrison and Owe is they were two of the biggest returners we had, and it seems like both of them have kind of taken a step back instead of improving, which is what you would like to see. Obviously not ideal, still early, but not giving a lot of hope so far.
Cavs shot 30% from the field, was not happy with it. It wasn't clicking the whole time. They had a little run going in the second half, but the upside is Aberdeen, Owe, and Chandler both racked up double digits. I mean, it's a positive in the future, but it wasn't really clicking from the start, honestly. It was disappointing.
Yeah, do you guys think the honeymoon's almost over with Mark Pope? A lot of Kentucky fans are getting upset. I mean, last year we started the season off with the top five win against Duke, and now the two top 25 teams we played this year, both losses in both. I mean, we were down 18 points, I think, in both games. So,
yeah, I mean, one thing I will say about Kentucky fans is they have very high expectations. I feel like the honeymoon might be over, but I don't know that it needs to go too far in the other direction. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think that Kentucky fans just have these extremely high expectations, and they see a team struggle to start the year. I mean, it's still not December yet. Like, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. I think that everybody owes Pope the chance to figure it out.
what adjustments do you guys want to see in these upcoming two games against weaker opponents to get ready for North Carolina and Gonzaga?
Honestly, I want to see more offense. I mean, better shot quality, too. We can see Owe taking ridiculous shots from the three. That's just not his shot. And just better ball movement, honestly. It's just we need chemistry. We just don't have that right now. And if we see that against St. John's in the future, we can win some basketball games. So,
Yeah, they need to figure something out on the offensive end. Like, against Louisville and Michigan State, the offense was just really streaky, and they didn't get it going until late in the second half. I would like to see them take the opportunity against these two weaker opponents to kind of try out some new lineups, maybe try out some new stuff on offense and see if they can find some consistency.
Yeah, I don't know if the scouts got in Otega's head, but he was really good on the fast break and just going downhill. He's settling for the mid-range, the three. I mean, I just want him to get back to just getting downhill, getting to the free throw line, and having the easy layups to get him in a rhythm for when he could take those threes and mid-range jump shots.
Yeah, so after losing both of the first two ranked games, there's not a lot of reason to be optimistic heading into the games against UNC and Gonzaga. But I think it gives a really good opportunity to bounce back and kind of show what they are and what they can be. But, I mean, if they drop both of those games, we may be having a different conversation.
I mean, it's confidence booster, honestly. Little filler games, you could say. But try some, like Tobin said, try some things, kind of like adjust the starting lineup more, and we'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
The women's basketball team picked up 2 wins in the last week, moving to 6-0 on the season. They traveled to Marshall, came out with a 76-44 win, and then they beat Purdue at home, 76-35. The defense has just been outstanding all season long, and it's really made up for some struggles on offense. Nothing too serious, but they've had a few scoreless stretches, or they'll shoot bad for one quarter, and the defense has just made it to where it really doesn't matter. What have you guys seen?
Yeah, they're not just beating teams. They're killing everyone they've played so far in the non-conference. I mean, Marshall, they're not the best team, but it's still a true road game that they went to Marshall and beat them like that. Purdue, again, not a great Power 5 team, but still a Power 5 team. I mean, they're beating these teams by 30 or 40 points. I mean, it's been really impressive. Like you said, the defense, former Defensive Player of the Year, Claire Strack, has really stood out this year. Ethan, what stood out to you in these few games?
Honestly, the team's been really well. 6-0. They're just full on gas pedal right now, you know what I'm saying? And I think they can keep this momentum, probably get no, it's early in the season, but probably get a playoff spot. Claire Strack, 17 points. She's been phenomenal. But rival against Louisville, like you said, I think they'll take care of business.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been steamrolling everybody. Their last 5 games, they've won by at least 30 points. All 5 opponents were held to below 50 points and shot less than 30% from the field. Something of note from the Purdue game, they held Purdue to 20% from the field, which was the lowest they've held a team to since March in 2007. Purdue only had 9 points in the second half on 11% from the field. The defense has just been suffocating.
Yeah, the only thing that scares me against Louisville is Louisville's already battle-tested. I mean, they played number 1 UConn pretty close. I think they lost by 13. And they also have wins over Clemson and Colorado. I feel like in that game, it's also at Louisville. So I feel like they might have a slow start just because Louisville's been used to this competition all year, where Kentucky's kind of just been – they're killing teams, but they haven't been at the competition that Louisville's played at. But how do you guys think the Louisville game's going to go?
Honestly, it's their first road test. Well, second road test, but first real road test, ranked opponent, rivalry game. Stakes are high for Kentucky. But I think it'll be good. It'll be high scoring. It'll be competitive. Hopefully their defense anchors down. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
If you really look at it, the stats and metrics, Kentucky looks like the better team, but it's worth noting that they really haven't played much competition.
Exactly.
Louisville's played 3 Power 4 schools. So it'll be interesting to see how they'll match up against a top opponent. Some things to note is that last year UK snapped a 7-game losing streak to Louisville, and Kenny Brooks has won 4 in a row against Louisville, dating back to his time at Virginia Tech. Lots of reasons to feel good about it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Brooks for sure has the Cardinals' number. My prediction is going to be Louisville starts off hot. They'll be leading probably – my prediction is a small lead of like 4 to 6 points, but Kentucky will come back after they see this first real test, and Kentucky's going to get the W.
I think Kentucky's going to set the tone early, get some quality shots in, especially with their impressive defense. We've seen that 6 games so far. So I think it'll be a easy start. So they'll follow through and get that win on the road.
Yeah, I think the first 2 quarters will really determine how the game plays out, because some games this year they've come out really hot, just come out firing, and then other games they've really struggled to start off. Like at Marshall, I think they only had 9 first quarter points. So I think it'll really depend how they come out, because I don't expect a team at the caliber of Louisville to go through as much struggles as they've been causing lower tier teams.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't look now, Kentucky fans, but Kentucky's 1 win away from becoming bowl eligible after defeating Tennessee Tech 42-10. After a slow start, many people were calling for the Stoops to get fired. But what has changed? Because they have been great the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, 3 in a row, we've really seen the offense come alive in the past few games. I think the biggest part of that is Boley seems to finally be getting comfortable and kind of growing into his own. Offense was really struggling early in the season, especially under Calzada, but even when Boley took over, he wasn't great, and there were some growing pains, but I think he's starting to grow and blossom into what he was expected to be as a prospect. I mean, in this one, he completed 18 of 21 passes for 236 yards in the air, 24 on the ground, added a touchdown. His 85.7% completion percentage was the most by a Kentucky quarterback with at least 20 attempts since 1986. So he had a great game.
I think the team as a whole is starting to have their chemistry, especially from the ground game. Running backs had 4 touchdowns combined in that game, and I just think it'll be really a confidence booster heading into next week. But this is an easy win against Tennessee Tech. 10-0 though. Don't get rattled by that. But it's a comfortable win. But like I said, next week's big.
Yeah, I mean, so going in against Vanderbilt, I mean, the defensive coordinator said after the game that they really struggle against mobile quarterbacks. How do you think they're going to game plan for Pavia? Because he's been great this year. I know some people don't like him because of his age, but they ruled him eligible, and he's been great this year.
Yeah, no, they certainly have struggled against dual-threat quarterbacks, it seems. And personally, I'm still not used to Vandy being a good football school. I mean, Kentucky's won 7 of their last 10 meetings, but Vandy started to pick it up under Clark Lee in the past 2 years. They have 8 wins this season, which is the most that they've ever had when facing off against UK. They're a really good team. I think they'll need to stop Pavia to come out of there with a win, or at least not take an ugly loss.
Yeah, I mean, no one's been able to stop them, though. I mean, they're averaging over 38 points a game, and Kentucky's defense has been really good. They held Florida to 7 points. They held Auburn to 3, then hold Tennessee Tech to 10. So their defense has been really good the past 3 weeks during this winning streak, and I think if they beat Vanderbilt, they're going to have to hold them to under 30 points, which is well over Vanderbilt's season total.
I feel like my concern is the defense is good, don't get me wrong, but Pavia, the RPOs might kill us. That's my really concern. He's a dual threat, like you said, Brett, and having that option is just going to wear us out. But if we can, solidify that in the long run, get that early, it should be all right.
Kentucky volleyball just won their 9th straight SEC regular season championship, going 15-0. This was pure dominance. What went well this season?
Yeah, everything, really. I mean, they were really, really good this year. It was 15-0 in conference. Doesn't already say that, but they were steamrolling people. They only had 2 games go to 5 sets, so they were taking care of business, really.
Honestly, it was pretty self-explanatory, like Brett said, but depth was insane the whole season, especially the consistency. Cassie O'Brien, Brooklyn DeLay, Eva Hudson. It was just pure dominance, and that's just fuel for the playoffs, honestly. Double bye coming up. I'm just really hopeful. We'll see.
Yeah, heading into the first postseason SEC tournament, I'm really interested to see how it works out.
Yeah.
The winner of Arkansas versus Oklahoma will play Auburn, and then they'll play Kentucky. And Kentucky's got 3 wins to take home the first SEC postseason title in a while.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Craig Skinner and what he did this year. The biggest question mark entering the season was Emma Grome was gone. She was the setter for 4 years. It looks like we'll have a new setter for 4 years as Cassie O'Brien came in as a freshman and just was great. We'll go on to the awards later. Right now we could just go into the awards as Cassie O'Brien won Freshman of the Year. Eva Hudson won not only SEC Player of the Year, but was also the Newcomer of the Year, being a transfer from Purdue. And then Molly Tuzzo and Brooklyn DeLay were also on all SEC teams.
Yeah, so Craig Skinner also won Coach of the Year. It's his 7th time winning the award in the 3rd straight season. Something to note is that Eva Hudson's SEC Player of the Year makes 7 of the last 8 years that Kentucky's had the Player of the Year, which I think is really a testament to Coach Skinner, and he's showing why he has won that Coach of the Year award so many times.
Yeah, I think covering Kentucky volleyball, I think Coach Skinner took that as disrespect. I mean, before Texas and Oklahoma came in, they won 7 straight SEC regular season tournaments. Texas came in, and they were the favorite for the last 2 seasons, but Kentucky was the one who ended up winning both those seasons. So it's impressive what they're doing with more competition coming into the SEC.
Our athlete of the week this week, once again coming from the women's basketball team, is Jordan Obi. Against Marshall on Saturday, she had a season high on 17 points and then came right back against Purdue and put up another 17. And against the Boilermakers, she added 8 boards and a block and a steal. She's been great this past week. What have you guys seen?
Yeah, it was great to get her back from injury. She missed all last season with a knee injury, and I think if she's going to be good, it only adds more depth to a great team.
Coming back after missing the season, it just really energizes the team moving forward, especially when a player bounce back like that. It's resilience, so we'll have to see in the future. And I feel like this would be a really dangerous there for their team too. So
something that doesn't necessarily show up in the stat sheet is that she is a very big part of why the defense has been so good. She's a very tough perimeter defender. She's great in the paint, on the glass. She's just been a big part of why the defense has been what it has been this year. And if she can keep it up and score 17 points on any given night, she'll be a big factor for this team. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Be sure to check out our website at kykernel.com.
And follow us on other social media platforms such as X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
thanks for listening to Kernel at the Buzzer.